I happened to notice that I've gotten a little carried away with the bangs. Trying to get this in focus here. And I've got them down too far on her forehead. If you compare with the photograph, you see how that above her eyebrows there's this quite an area right here. And then you can see bits and pieces of her forehead all the way across, whereas I've pretty much concealed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little foam swabs that I have, because I think this is probably going to be the easiest way of me accomplishing this. And I'm going to, because her eyebrows are actually wet also, it would have been a better idea for me to just finish her eyebrows and fire it probably before doing her hair, but this is what I've done already. But, okay, so pretty much works for padding out this extra color. Looks like I've got her eyebrows still too bushy, but as long as I clean that out. And this paint is from about a week ago, so it's starting to be a little bit set up. Looks like I've gotten the bottom of her eyebrows too. Alright, that's starting to look a little better. I can perfect all of that later on, just so I get rid of what I've done too much. Alright, so these things come in handy. I think I'll take my scroller brush, put a little bit of rich brown on it, and work on her bangs just a little more, get a little more color into them. But I want to keep the impression that her forehead is going up through there. So I can always paint more bangs on. I can't, once I fire it, I can't take them off. A little paint and come right in here. There we go. Bring a few down. I think I got that a little bit dark. I dipped it in black. Although I think the whole thing's going to be dark and it'll probably be fine. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to dip back into Marcy's cleaner, swab it again, and I'm just going to, paying attention to this, I'm just going to play a little bit with some highlights. I kind of like a few. As I said before, highlights wiped out are always a good thing, because you can always cover them over. If you decide, oh, it's too bright, too light, you can always paint over them on another fire, but you'll never get them back if you cover over the first time. Now that looks really bad. Here, I've got paint going in two different directions. What I was trying to do is get this on here. So that's where I'm taking off too much paint. I'm going to go back and dip into my oil, and then I can come back and I can soften that. Marcy's brush cleaner is great for cutting through the paint, but you don't want to refine it with the cleaner on there. You want to refine it with some oil to kind of blend it. And you can see where I've gotten my arm in there. So I'll just take my texture brush and that up a little bit. Again, I tend to play a lot with it. in my process of doing it. And again, I may play some more after I leave. Yeah, I kind of like the way that looks, so I'm going to leave that. So, alright, I think that just about is good enough for demoing her hair. Again, I will probably knock a few more highlights in here as it's going through her bangs, just to make sure I got plenty of them. Like I said, I can always paint them back as long as I've got plenty pulled out. Alright, I think that's good enough for Becky Laura's hair. So I'm going to pause it and I will return and paint Haley's hair.